Unbelievable! Arsenal could sign one of the best strikers in the world for just £33 million. But beware, José Mourinho is already working behind the scenes to steal Mikel Arteta's target. And to wrap it up, Mikel Merino makes a bombshell revelation about the Gunners' surprise striker after a conversation with the coach. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium, so make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. Arsenal are gearing up for what could be a hectic summer transfer window, with the club determined to strengthen their attacking options. Despite all the talk, the Gunners never brought in a proper center forward this season, a decision that's proving risky, especially with key injuries piling up. It's a situation that could seriously hurt their title chances. For months, both fans and pundits have been urging Arsenal to go all in on a new striker. Club legend Ian Wright even pointed out that having a real goal threat up top would have spared supporters from stressing over their attacking output this season. Now, fresh reports suggest Arsenal might finally get their hands on a long-time target, and for a bargain price of just £33 million. This could be the signing that changes everything. The player in question? None other than Dusan Vlahovic, a name that Arsenal fans have been hearing for years. The Gunners have been long-time admirers, and it looks like this summer could finally be their chance to land him. According to TBR Football's Graham Bailey, Arsenal even made an inquiry for Vlahovic back in January, but nothing materialized at the time. Now things might be changing. Reports from Calciomercato suggest that Juventus are open to offloading the Serbian striker in the upcoming transfer window. With Randal Kolo Muani arriving in January and already making a big impact, Vlahovic has been left watching from the sidelines more often than he'd like. Juve, keen to free up their wage bill, could now let him go for just £33 million. A steal for a player of his quality. Considering he's on a hefty £214,000 a week contract, the Italian Giants might be more than willing to part ways. This could be Arsenal's moment to pounce. What Dusan Vlahovic could bring to Arsenal: Dusan Vlahovic has built a reputation as one of the deadliest strikers in world football ever since his breakout days at Fiorentina. The Serbian hitman was a nightmare for defenders in Serie A, racking up 49 goals and 8 assists in 108 appearances for La Viola, which earned him a blockbuster £66 million move to Juventus in 2022. Since then, he's continued to find the back of the net, bagging 54 goals and 11 assists in 111 matches for La Vecchia Signora. On the international stage, he's been just as prolific, tallying 13 goals and 7 assists in just 32 appearances for Serbia. If Arsenal manage to get this deal over the line, they won't just be signing another striker, they'll be landing a clinical finisher with the kind of killer instinct that's been missing up top. In fact, scouting platform The Mastermind site has even drawn comparisons between Vlahovic and Jamie Vardy, highlighting his movement, speed, and ability to punish defenses in an instant. He often draws comparisons to the great Erling Haaland, but in truth, he's much more similar to a Jamie Vardy. They wrote, "He's an instant outlet, a frequent target, and someone who can chase down anything loose in the wide channels. His hold-up play is certainly more akin to a Patrick Schick than Vardy, but the sheer amount he gets involved in build-up play and phases of possession is incredibly low, like the Leicester man. His off-the-ball work in occupying defenders and stretching the defense back is still important, but it's an important discretion in all of the debate." Former Hellas Verona manager Igor Tudor previously said of Vlahovic, as per Football Italia, "If I had to mark him, I would grab my thigh and say I can't do it. He is one of the best in the world. He has everything. It's everything between the two ears, the hunger that makes the difference." José Mourinho eager to sign long-term Arsenal target Dusan Vlahovic. José Mourinho has an extensive past with Arsenal, and now the manager could be set to cause the Gunners more pain. There's no love lost between Arsenal and José Mourinho, but one thing's clear: the special one has his eyes on what's happening at the Emirates. Back in January, reports surfaced that Mourinho was keen on bringing Oleksandr Zinchenko to his squad. Now it seems he's looking to strike again, and this time it could hurt Arsenal's transfer plans in a big way. According to Hurriyet, Fenerbahce are preparing to make a move for Dusan Vlahovic, a longtime Arsenal target. The Gunners have been tracking the Serbian striker as they search for a clinical number 9, but Mourinho could swoop in and derail Arteta's plans. It would be a shock to see Vlahovic trade Juventus for Turkey, but if there's one thing we know about Mourinho, it's that he loves to shake things up. According to Hurriyet, Mourinho has personally asked Fenerbahce to go all out for Dusan Vlahovic this summer, as the striker approaches the final year of his Juventus contract. The report states that the Turkish giants have already begun working intensely behind the scenes to make the deal happen, following Mourinho's request to bring the 25-year-old to Istanbul. For Arsenal, missing out on Vlahovic, especially to Mourinho, would be a tough pill to swallow. The Portuguese coach has been a thorn in the Gunners' side for years, boasting a 52% win rate against them. Now he could deliver yet another blow by hijacking one of their long-term transfer targets. Mikel Merino shares honest verdict on surprise striker role at Arsenal after conversation with Mikel Arteta. Arsenal kept their title hopes alive in dramatic fashion at Leicester, with an unexpected hero stepping up to make the difference. At 0-0 and Arsenal struggling to break through, Mikel Arteta made the bold decision to bring on Mikel Merino in an unfamiliar striker role. No prior warning, just thrown into the deep end. But the Spanish midfielder didn't flinch. Instead, he netted 2 stunning goals to secure the win and leave Gunners fans buzzing, even calling for him to stay up front. Speaking to Sky Sports, Marino has opened up on the moment against Leicester that he found out from the manager that he was going to be playing as a makeshift center forward.
Yeah, I think it was the perfect timing to talk about it, because it gave me enough time to, think about it as a reality, but at the same time, I don't have to overthink it during a few weeks. So yeah, it was great having that timing for me, and then it was my chance, or it was my time to see what I do with that information, to be ready, to have the right mindset. Doesn't matter if it's not my position, doesn't matter if I will feel uncomfortable maybe sometimes, but in order to help the team, I had to have the right mentality, and I showed that I had it.
Mikel Merino's Arsenal journey got off to a rough start, with a shoulder injury sidelining him early on in his first few training sessions. Since his return, he's faced criticism for a few lackluster performances, like the one against Everton, which left many Arsenal fans frustrated. But despite the mixed reviews, one thing you can't fault Marino for is his commitment. He's always given his all for the team, and now he's showing off his adaptability and willingness to step up. He wasn't the big-name striker many hoped for in the summer, but as the season hits its critical phase, Marino might just prove to be a sneaky, smart addition by Arteta. Let's see if he can deliver when it really counts. Mikel Arteta disagrees with Gary Neville's assessment of Raheem Sterling. Sterling has been in the game for a long time. The England international made his Liverpool debut when he was just 17 years old. He is 30 now and has clocked a lot of miles on his legs. 650 senior games for club and country over the last 13 years. Gary Neville highlighted that as a factor for Sterling's struggles recently. I think when a quick player, say Michael Owen or Raheem Sterling, start at the age of 16, 17, and they get to sort of like late 20s, 30, they've already played a full career. So you think why they are like they are now is because most players come in when they are like 19, 20, and they play to the 34, and you see a deterioration. They are actually in their bodies 34 already, Neville said. That does make sense, as Sterling's performances for Arsenal this season have looked labored, and he just doesn't seem to have that explosiveness that he once did. In his press conference ahead of the game against West Ham United, Arteta was asked if the accumulation of wear and tear on Sterling's legs is the reason why he is struggling now. The Arsenal boss completely disagreed. He said, as relayed on Haters TV, "I don't think so. When I see him running, sprinting, accelerating, putting his brakes on in training and in games, I don't think it's related to that." Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.